Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So I haven't done an update in the garden for a while, but this is not my usual spot. So we're going to do a garden update on a community project that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. I'll take you around and show you what you can do in a tiny little space. So we started off on a tiny bit of concrete, so maybe about 4 meters by 3 meters, and this is what we've managed to do. Come and have a look. So we've got the classical garden arch, and we've got a couple of raised beds. I'll show you what we've got back here. We've got an elder plant here, so elderberries. We're going to get loads of wildlife coming up to there. Lavender, absolutely amazing for bees, and then you can also use it for medicinal purposes. We've got some tomatoes down at the back, geraniums. The peas are looking a bit worse for wear, so it's been a hot day and it's quite hard on them because we've displaced them a little bit. But we've got thornless blackberries up this side, and what I want is thornless blackberries to be coming up here. I've got a pumpkin down there as well. I want to grow it up here and have pumpkins hanging down from the top. Yeah. We've got a step over apple tree at the back. I need to put a frame in and wires to hold it to the wall there. And remember, with a step over apple tree, depending on how much you want it to grow, right? If you want it to keep growing lengthways, point the end of the branch up and it will keep growing longer. If you don't want it to grow anymore, point the branch down, tie it in that way and it won't keep growing. So we'll have it right against the wall, and so it won't take over. We'll have it like that, right against the wall, wired in. I'll put some wires in and train it to that. But you know me, chilies. We've got chilies down here. We've got naga in there as well. Strawberries.
What is naga?
Naga, Bangladeshi chilies. So they're about that big. They're the 3rd or 4th hottest chili in the world. Something like 4 million Scoville, something like that. Absolutely ridiculously hot.
Green or red?
You can have them at green,
Yeah.
but the redder they get, the hotter they get.
Okay.
You know, a bit of colour adds a bit of spice. And then we've got another bed behind us. So we've been working on this bed today. We've raised it up another level. Again, thornless blackberries on that side, gooseberries over there, and I've got an apple tree it was gonna be a column apple tree in the first place. So we were just gonna grow it like a cordon, but instead of a cordon, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim it there, and I'm gonna grow it across here like an espalier. We'll have a couple of branches going across the top and a couple of branches going across the top and bottom, and it'll be a natural fence. And then what the vision is we grow apples and people, as they're walking past, grab an apple and off they go.
Why is it so important that people can get fruit for free, and like how is that different from what we normally see?
So one of the things that a lot of garden designers have done in this country is they've always planted male trees. So if you notice that there's a lot of hay fever about, it's all the male trees producing the problems. You know, they're producing all the pollen, because garden designers, for a couple of reasons, they didn't want loads of free fruit all over the place so people can just get fruit. They wanted people to be a little bit dependent, but also the cleaning costs, because if there's apples falling on the roads, you're going to get lots of litter. You're going to end up with street cleaning costs and potentially rats and other stuff. So it's really important that we grow edibles that people can actually pick. And in an area like this where it's so built up, it's concrete everywhere, it's bricks, you've got very little green space. So having little gardens like this, you've already seen butterflies flying in and out, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then we've got this magical herb spiral. This is the staple of a permaculture garden. Just another tip on these beds. To fill a bed like this is really expensive in terms of compost. So rather than fill it all with compost, what I've done is the bottom layer is all chunks of wood chip, and then I've put in hedge trimmings and all the grass clippings, and then the compost is probably the top 6 inches. So you're filling it up with stuff that's going to break down organic material, that's going to feed the soil. Eventually it's going to turn into soil, but in the meantime you're saving tons of money from not having to fill something like this. If you're buying compost like this, just to fill this bed is going to cost you about 150 quid. But find ways of filling it for cheap, find ways of filling it for free. That's the way I do it. So this is the staple of the permaculture garden. It's called the herb spiral, and this is the whole point of this is, look, we've used rubble, recycled materials to make this. So So all these bricks and all these rocks have come from a dry stone wall that had collapsed. So a farmer needed to get rid of them. We picked it up, and even look, this is my feature brick. We found this on a local street. So this slab, we found it lying around locally. We found these bricks lying around locally, and this is my feature brick. And the thing is, from the ruins of Hare Hills, something life will grow, you know. But what we've got in here, we've got mint at the top. Mint is really vigorous, so we've tried to contain it within this brick system. And again, I've got mint down here, but again, I've got it in a plant pot, and I've buried the plant pot. Curry plant, and the reason that this is so effective is because it's a spiral shape. It gets sun from all different angles. It's not blocking things out. It's working in a way that's maximising climates. So your drier, more arid plants go further up the spiral. You water at the top. The water dissipates throughout the bed. The boggier plants can go, the more water tolerant plants can go at the bottom, and then the sunnier plants, according to this, you know, whichever aspect you get the most sun on. We've got lavender, we've got basil, we've got marjoram. You can't go wrong without marigolds because they're fantastic for pollinators and for keeping bugs and harmful insects away. Thyme, rosemary, classic example of a herb spiral. So this is my around the world. This is like the world encapsulated because it covers all the climates, and this is a really important feature of a permaculture garden. And to be honest with you, this is actually the first herb spiral I've built. You know, I've built so many permaculture gardens, but I've never put in a herb spiral. So I hope some of my teachers from permaculture are happy I've finally done a herb spiral. It'll be good.
This is beautiful. Who's the artist?
It's a local artist. She lives locally. She's done some work over at one of the local parks as well, and it's inspired by the students from Hare Hills Primary School. So one of the local schools in the ward, they came up with the design. They came up with what they wanted on here. And look at this. You know, this is absolutely fantastic. You know, stay different. You know, we don't have to all be the same. We're all in this little microclimate of the world, and these streets represent that. You know, there's so many, it's so diverse. I grew up on these streets, and this is why, you know, we're trying to do work that represents and builds up this community.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Since you started doing this in the local community, you've started to take notice. What kind of responses have you had?
So the response has been really positive. People have been walking past, adults, and have been commenting on and thanking us for the work that we're doing, because it just adds a little bit of life to the community. Good job. So there you go. and then you get little kids that are coming around who are interested in what we're doing, wanting to see what we're doing, and saying, okay, look, how do we get involved? So there were some kids around here the other day with the super soakers watering the plants. You know, they were out here. Someone's picked all the apples off the apple tree, but what can you do? I mean, there's kids, they're going to be kids. As long as we get them involved. There was a mother taking a little toddler earlier, and the toddler planted this marigold for it. So it's absolutely amazing. When there's a lot of community spirit around here. That's the thing about areas like this that are poor. The community comes together.
And you've got a primary school just down here, and you had one of the people that teach at the primary school, is that correct?
Yeah.
And is there any way that you can formalise doing this kind of community gardening, like with the school?
So there's a local school that's contacted me. Yeah. They've seen my YouTube videos,
nice.
And they want to get involved.
I'm Barry, and I live in Hare Hills. Nice to meet everyone.
Nice
to meet you, Barry.
We're going to stick together as a family.
Yeah.
So wait, this is normal then?
Yeah, prohibition doesn't work. Look at you.
Police officers stand here sometimes.
This is going to be a police station in here.
Huh?
So we'll have police.
Is it?
Yeah, so
He lied.
So there's going to be a food bank, a clothes bank, a
Free
housing
food,
office.
free drinks.
Yeah.
So when I run out of petrol, I can get food for the body anytime.
I don't know about petrol.
No
but
petrol,
food,
meaning food.
Yeah, food's
Fuel.
in here.
Food is fuel, right?
Yeah. So hopefully it's going to be a nice little community centre, and we're planting lots of edible plants here as well.
Edible.
So look, this apple tree.
I like fruits, they're organic as well. They're going to be organic.
yeah.
And when you buy into fruits, there's water in there, and that's proper.
Tastes better, doesn't it?
Yeah, proper fresh water in there too.
So gooseberries, blackberries, elderberries, tomatoes. I'm going to get some more. I'm gonna get some more plants and fill this out properly.
I think it's time to rain.
Yeah, good for the plants.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah, we do need rain.
Yeah.
Do you all live local?
Yeah, we live in
And is this something
Yeah.
that you'd like to be involved in the future?
So you guys can look after this, you know. Strawberries, elderberries, more berries that you can eat. Blackberries. Oh no, they're loganberries actually. So they're like a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry. But we're almost there, you know, we're not far off. So, I mean, once these plants come into bloom and the garden matures and we get plants growing up over the top, it'll look absolutely stunning, I think. Yeah, it'll look absolutely stunning.
What football team is for?
But, I mean, that's it. This is our community garden. It's something that a couple of days' work and a few willing volunteers has magically transformed a patch of sorry-looking concrete into something special. And this is one of the things that we want to do more and more of across the country. We want to inspire people to grow food. We want to inspire people to get active in their communities. And that's one of the reasons that I'm running to be deputy leader of the Green Party. So if you don't know that I'm a local councillor here, I'm running to be the deputy leader of the Green Party. So if you're not a member of the Green Party, come on, get joining up before the 31st of July. Join up, vote for Motin Ali for deputy leader, rank Motin #1, and then inshallah we'll be able to do more projects like this across the country and inspire people within the party as well to set up grassroots organisations, mobilise the communities that they represent and they want to represent, and hopefully we'll build more resilience in our communities.
Woo, mashallah.